Coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, Governor Beshear announces the second highest number of COVID-19 cases in a single day since the pandemic started.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Emily Bennett. Governor Andy Beshear released updated COVID-19 numbers for Kentucky. The governor announced 453 new cases of COVID-19. That brings the statewide total to 19,121. The 453 new confirmed cases marks the second highest day of recorded cases since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, there were 2 new deaths confirmed today. The death toll is now 622. At least 5,258 Kentuckians have recovered from the virus, and the Bell County Health Department confirmed 7 new cases today, increasing the county's total to 104. For more information on COVID-19 in Kentucky, go to our website, WYMT.com. Now, the Miners Mall in Hazard sold 14 masks just 1 hour after opening on Saturday. This comes one day after Kentucky's mask mandate went into effect. At Miners Mall, employees tells us that the store has sold 30 masks since Friday. The employee also says customers are wearing their masks when shopping and some even buying masks before they shop.
Everyone that we've had come in yesterday, even though the mandate didn't go into effect until 5 o'clock yesterday, we didn't have to tell anyone yesterday to put on a mask. Everyone that came in wore a mask. Before the mandate went into effect, we had several customers come in, buy the masks before they even went shopping and put them on while they were still standing at the door.
As an added precaution, employees clean the shopping carts and the door handles of the entrance throughout the day. Now, it is the first full day of Governor Andy Beshear's mask mandate, requiring Kentuckians to wear face masks. Grace Feinerman spoke with shoppers about their options and shares how the mandate will be enforced.
As of 5 p.m. Friday, Kentuckians are now required to wear masks. Do most agree with this mandate?
A lot of people are opposed to it, but I think for the safety of themselves and others, I think it's a good idea.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm all about protecting myself, protecting other people. So if a little discomfort keeps other people safe, I'm happy to wear one.
While many shoppers I spoke to today think the order is a good idea, it seems Kentuckians are split on the issue. According to the poll on WKYT's website, 56% are in favor, 44% are not. Before the mandate, shoppers say only about half of people have been wearing masks in public. They share since the mandate has been in effect, that percentage is going up.
I was at Hobby Lobby and I was surprised by how many people were wearing masks. I would say the vast majority. So I've been impressed.
But is this mandate enforceable? The Paris Police Department says the executive order falls outside the responsibility of police. The Fleming County and Nicholas County Sheriff offices say they will not be enforcing the mandate. According to the executive order, enforcement will be left to local health departments and businesses themselves, like Kroger. Kroger says associates will be required to wear masks. They will enforce the mandate through signs, floor decals, and in-store radio. The mandate lasts 30 days, but it can be renewed. In Lexington, Grace Feinerman, WKYT.
Now, there are exemptions to the mandate, including children 5 and under, and anyone with a disability of mental impairment who cannot wear one safely. Now, with the mask mandate, people are required to wear masks while inside public places and outside when social distancing is not possible. For most people, wearing a mask regularly isn't the norm. For healthcare professionals, however, wearing a mask is not new. Fortunately, most people will not have to wear them that long, even with the mask mandate. Dr. Ryan Stanton says it does take some getting used to, and the way the mask is made can make a big difference.
One strap over the ear, one strap kind of around the back of the neck. That makes a huge difference. But if you're using a regular mask, there's a lot of hacks out there for the small strips, even some of them that are made small strips with buttons on them to hook the mask on the buttons, not on the ears themselves.
The governor's executive order will expire after 30 days, but it could be extended based on local trends. Now, many stores now have signs up telling customers they have to wear a mask. Now, and masks to do business. But what happens if people don't comply? Will the police be called? WYMT's Phil Pendleton went to Danville and spoke to police there about that issue.
As people are asked to wear masks, the question becomes, what happens when they don't?
We're not the mask police going out and citing individuals. If I see you on the sidewalk, I'm not whipping out a notepad and writing you up a ticket.
Many police agencies in central Kentucky have said they will not respond to simply complaints of people not wearing a mask. But if that becomes a disturbance, that becomes another issue.
If they were refused service there and then those people refused to leave, they caused some sort of disturbance or got threatening with management or personnel, we would respond to handle that type of thing.
Danville's assistant chief also says they did receive one complaint this weekend, but it was simply of a caller seeing someone else not wearing a mask. The police did not respond to that.
A private citizen calls and says there's someone in there that's not wearing a mask. We would not respond or send an officer to that type of call.
Health officials say if businesses don't comply, they could face citations and fines. Some businesses have posted signs saying they have the right to call police if there's a problem.
They mandate you have to wear one in the store, then somebody refuses, then obviously they can refuse service. And then if a problem arose from that, that's when we would get involved, because you have certain crimes that now could be committed, such as trespassing.
Doan says so far so good, but only time will tell. In Boyle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Some health officials say simply the act of you wearing a mask tells the businesses you support them and believe in what they are doing.
Well, we're tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms moving in a little earlier than expected this evening, moving into the mountains as we speak. Let's go to radar and satellite. We've been following this area of showers and thunderstorms since it blew up in southern Indiana, moved through the bluegrass a little faster than expected, and is already moving in to our western counties. The good news is, outside of some lightning and thunder, they're really coming down in intensity. This thunderstorm in Rockcastle, about to move into Jackson County, was severe a few minutes ago. So far, so good, with no reports of severe weather with that, but some lightning, thunder, and some moderate rain with that as it continues to move on to the east and southeast into Jackson and Laurel counties over the next little bit. Now, as we go through the night, we're going to be watching for more showers and thunderstorms, and some of those as we head into the day tomorrow could be on the strong to severe side, and sunshine and warmer temperatures return once we get past the severe weather threat tomorrow. I'll have more on that coming up a little bit later. Emily?
Thank you, Evan. Now, for more than a month, protesters have flooded downtown Lexington in response to racial injustice and police brutality. Almost every night, those protesters would take to the streets, marching on and around Main, blocking traffic. But today, Lexington police officers stopped them and ended up arresting some of the protesters. Shelby Smithson explains.
Gather, chant, and march. It had become a kind of routine for protesters in downtown Lexington.
Every time we go, we come out here and we join another for solidarity and unity for Black Lives Matter and systematic racism.
But Saturday, taking to the streets didn't quite go as planned.
They told us today if we took to the streets, we'd be arrested.
Protesters say Lexington police officers stopped them as they were getting ready to march down Main Street, telling them that they wouldn't redirect traffic for them this time, and that if protesters blocked traffic, they would be arrested.
For all of the weeks we have most recently been out here, they do not block the streets. We've told them since 6 years ago, if we're protesting you, we're not working with you, we're protesting you. Tell me when you've ever seen a protest where somebody works with the people they're protesting against. That's not how it goes.
But the change didn't send protesters home. Instead, they started their march on the sidewalks near the courthouse and police headquarters, only crossing the streets when crosswalks allowed.
So we're obeying traffic signals and crosswalk signals so that they can know, no, you can't come arrest us. Yes, you want to get the leaders. No, we're not silenced. We're going to keep speaking the truth.
It was less than an hour after we talked to Williams that Lexington police confirmed 5 protesters, including Williams and her twin sister, April Taylor, were arrested after police say they were blocking traffic. Charges range from inciting a riot, disregarding a traffic device, and resisting arrest. In Lexington, Shelby Smithson, WKYT.
Organizers tell us they plan to wake up local leaders and protest again tomorrow morning. Now, those who love Allie Davis say they always expected to see her name in lights until she died in a car crash Monday. Today, they celebrated her light and the legacy she leaves behind. Family and friends gathered at the Mountain Arts Center to let Allie take the stage one last time. Her friends say they want to remember the happy times because it is what Allie would want.
One of the most uplifting people. Whenever I was feeling down about myself or unconfident, she'd say, "Knock it off." And I mean, if anybody you talk to, they'll say that she was just the funniest person ever and just make me belly laugh like no one else could.
Her friends will continue to honor her tomorrow night at 8:30 with a candlelight vigil at Jenny Wiley. Rally car racing is coming to Eastern Kentucky soon, as Backroads of Appalachia was at Kingdom Come State Park today, mapping out the course for August 7th. WYMT's Willie Hope takes a look at the project that hopes to bring more people to Eastern Kentucky.
Kingdom Come State Park in Cumberland provides quite the scene.
Kingdom Come State Park is by far the most unrated state park in the United States.
Anywhere that you pull off the road, it's scenic. You know, it's you can take pictures there.
But a month from now, locals will hear some different sounds coming from the normally quiet park.
Rally racing, it's a kind of special sport. It's not for everybody. You need to be a little bit crazy to do that.
Harlan County, Letcher County, Backroads of Appalachia, and Nassau Rally Series have all partnered together. Plans that started months ago came together to form the Raven Rock Rally Sprint, right in Kingdom Come State Park on Little Shepherd Trail.
The Rally Sprint's purpose is a small stage just to give the community, the region, the ideal of what can come for next year and the years to come.
Bigger than just bringing rally car racing into Eastern Kentucky.
For me, this is the greatest motorsport there is. It's the most exciting.
And they said that the scenery here, from a racer standpoint and from a promoter standpoint with NASA, they're in love with the area.
The counties and Backroads of Appalachia hope to bring eyes and economy to the region.
I think anything that we do that helps the mountains of Eastern Kentucky and our region is a plus for everybody.
And all that it has to offer.
Proven that if you can get one person to stay overnight in your area, they spend an additional $221 in revenue at your grocery stores and your restaurants, and that's what we need.
And this isn't just a one race thing. All involved believe this could be the start of something bigger in Eastern Kentucky.
We see the potential not only for each individual section of the county, but we see a regional situation here that we're able to bring people from our area and, more importantly, people to our area.
Centered around a sport that can showcase the region. From Cumberland, Willie Hope, WYMT Mountain News.
Backroads of Appalachia founder Eric Hubbard says they are hoping to have 2 more races in Kentucky this year and 5 big races in 2021. Coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, find out the latest impact of the coronavirus across the country.
And keeping tabs on a complex of thunderstorms trying to move into the mountains. There's more where that came from tomorrow. I'll have the details next.